Alright, so we've learned about inheritance. Now let's learn about abstraction. So abstraction is the process of hiding certain details and showing only essential information to our users. So this can be done by the use of abstract classes or interfaces, and I'm going to explain more about interfaces next. So right here, what we're going to do is the following. So you see the animal class right here. Now, if I was to say, is there a point of view being able to create new objects based off animals? Then probably you would say no, right? Because if I create an animal, what type of animal this is? Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Or what it is really, right? Because this doesn't really make much sense. So what we can do is actually abstract the animal class, and then we can have the subclasses define some behaviors. So let me go ahead and open up the animal class. And within this class, the way that we use abstraction is by simply turning this class into an abstract class. So right here at the very beginning, let's simply say abstract, and this is it. Now, what is cool about abstract classes is that we can have abstract methods. So let me create an abstract method, and I'm going to show you exactly how this is used. So right here, what I'm going to do is after set name, I'm going to create a public and then abstract and then void. And right here, I'm going to name this as make and then sound. So each animal makes a sound, and there we go. Now this is the abstract method that anyone that extends this class has to implement. Now first, let me actually go back to main and show you something really interesting that is happening. If I go to main, you can see that now we're no longer able to create instances or new objects of type animal because it doesn't tell us much, right? So what we've done is we've abstracted the way that we create animals and some behavior into this abstract class called animal. And now anyone that extends this class right here can now define some behaviors. So right here, this is no longer valid, right? So I'm just going to comment this for you so you can have it for reference. And this, let me actually remove this, right? And let me also delete this line here. So now check this out. If I open up the dog class right here, so now this is actually giving me an error, right? Because the animal class has this abstract method, and this says that anyone that extends animal needs to implement the make sound. So let me go back to dog, and right here, let me simply press Alt and then enter, and you can see that we have implement methods, and there you have it, make sound. So right here, you can see that now we get the chance to implement this method. So I'm going to say shout, and then this is the dog. So right here, I'm going to say woof, and then woof, right? So this is like the dog barking, right? Now, if I go back to main, you can see that I do have this dog right here, and I can say dot and then make sound, and I don't need to print here, so I can simply invoke this guy directly and then run, and you can see that we have woof woof. Now the beauty of this is that let's create another class, and I'm going to say cat. This guy will extend and then animal, and we need to implement the make sound, and I need also the actual constructor. There we go. So we can pass the actual name, and now I'm going to say shout and then meow, just like this. So let me actually have it 2 times here. There we go. And if I go back to main again in here and expand this, I can say now animal and then cat equals to new and then cat, and let's name this cat as Rosie. And sorry if your name is Rosie, by no means I want to offend you. So right here I'm gonna end this with semicolon, and there we go. So now I can say cat dot make sound. So you can see how we are using abstraction, right? So here both dog and cat, right, they are animals, and you can see that they have the exact same name, so make sound. But what is important here is that I don't care how the make sound works internally, right? Because I'm just invoking the method and expecting the animal to make a sound. So if I run this, there we go. You can see that we have woof woof and then meow meow. That was actually funny. And there you have it. So this is abstraction and abstract classes in action. So there you have it. If you have any questions on this, please do let me know. But abstract classes is very powerful. So if I go back to animal here, so in here we're not just limited of having the abstract method. So in fact you can have as many of these, but you can see that this is like a regular class, and you can have, for example, you know, common logic and common behavior, which is across all the animals, and then you can have each animal implement whatever is different between them. And there you have it. And one thing that you need to remember is that is right here. If I try and say animal equals to new animal, I really cannot do it, right? Because it doesn't really make sense for us to create just an animal and we don't know whether it's a dog or a cat or what type of animal is this, right? So with abstract classes, you are not allowed to instantiate them. This is all for now. If you have any questions on this, please do let me know. Otherwise, let's move on.